When we come back, we'll get to know a young man who's got a bright future as well. He's headed to Stanford, and there's a reason why. Rashad Hayes on the field, incredible. In the classroom, even better. The story of the man out of Oakland, California. This is Perfect Game Weekly, presented by Rollins. This is Perfect Game Weekly. We are presented by Rollins. It's that question that we ask about the elite programs, and for Stanford in Northern California, it's a little bit deeper. So what does it take to play for Dave Esker? What does it take to be a Stanford Cardinal? You think about who they are as a baseball team. They've been to the College World Series 19 times. But bigger than that, they've been to the College World Series the last 3 times they've held the event, in 21, 22, and 23. So what does it take to be that player? Well, you're going to Stanford. You have to take care of your business in the classroom. And also, as far as that journey to Omaha, you've got to be an incredible baseball player. So the list goes from this to this of those that can qualify for being a Stanford baseball player. One of those is from Oakland, California, a shortstop. A generation back, we think about Jimmy Rollins. This generation going forward, he's a talented 2025. He's a Stanford commit. Let's meet Rashad Hayes.
I love baseball, man. Once it kind of like took over my life, I just kind of like stepped back and really like looked at it like, do I enjoy playing this game? And I love it. Like every time I come out here, being on the field, it's big for me. Like it's like an escape, you know, like get away, just play free, be free from everything else, you know. So I love this game. It means a lot to me. My name is Rashad Hayes. I go to Bishop O'Dowd in Oakland. It's a prep school. From my perspective, Oakland baseball, it's pretty powerful. It has a lot of roots. There's some really good guys to come out of there. Like one of my favorites, Jimmy Rollins, who comes back a lot. Played for my grandfather, actually. My grandfather was a coach. He actually the one who started me in the sport. He put me in when I was 2. My dad never played, so he put me in, put my dad on the road, and then like from there it just kind of took off. It took over my life, so now it's everything.
What does it take to be a Stanford guy?
I just think it takes, a lot of hard work, of course. Like that's the most generic answer, but it's true. Like you got to be really dedicated, especially in not only in sports but off the field as well, like in school. Because I know I dedicate a lot of time to both. So I had went to a camp before I even got to high school, and that's when they first seen me. And then after a while, like it was little talks. I had started picking up a lot of traction after I think it was the Perfect Game MLK tournament. So I picked up a lot of traction there, started talking to a lot of coaches. I talked it over with my family, and it was just like everything was perfect because it was close to home. It's really big on school, which my mom is always on me about it. And then they also has a great baseball program, which like tops everything off. So it was just perfect. My mom's name is Dominique Hayes. She's everything to me. She brought me into this world. Like, she keeps pushing me. She pushes me every day to be better, to be the best player I can be. She motivates me. She tells me that I can do it. I'm like, be confident in myself. Like, pushes God into me. Like she's really religious. I love her. I love her to death, and she's everything to me. My dad is actually a senior. His name is Rashad Hayes too. He's the one who takes me. He takes me everywhere. He works with me. He's my trainer. Like, he never played the game, but he spends so much time studying it just so he can help me. He watches a lot of video. I love him, man. He's great. He brought me out here. He brings me everywhere I go. Man, I know a lot of upcoming young African-American players we're coming. There's a lot of us, and I think there's going to be a big change in the future for sure. Playing in like those events with MLB develops, like Hank Aaron Breakthrough, it's been some of the most fun I've ever had playing baseball, being able to connect with guys who look like me. And because, you know, when you travel around in these travel ball games, there's not many of us, so being able to play with a team like that of everybody who looks like you it's amazing, man. There's been a lot of people like who've told me I couldn't play infield because I was bigger, I'm athletic, like I can go run down a pop-up, but I never let nobody really like try to take my joy. So that's what I mean when I say that, like for a young African American, don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do.
One of my favorite conversations with any athlete I was able to have this summer. don't let anybody take your joy or tell you what you can and cannot do. Except for if your mom, Dominique. Now, she's not taking joy. She's gaining joy from what he's doing in the classroom. Remember, he touched on it. His schedule, rigorous in the fall. How about AP Environmental Sciences, AP African American Studies, and just for good measure, Honors Pre-Calc. That's part of a full load in his junior year. Then there's the weight room. Then there's the baseball field. What a bright, bright future for Rashad Hayes. And I said it earlier, by the way, his two favorite players that he shared with us this summer, Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox and Jazz Chisholm. When we come back, one of the great young faces of baseball, it's my conversation with Jazz Chisholm. This is Perfect Game Weekly. We're presented by Rawlings.